Hello, guys. We are Samuel and Sanya here, and tonight we are gonna react to the results of Benidorm Fest semifinal 2. We are still waiting for the final results because we only received the jury and the demoscopic jury points now. We have four contestants that are top four right now, and if I'm not mistaken, they are in order San Pedro. Later, Maria Peláe, no, San Pedro, Maria Peláe, Almácor, and Jorge González, if I'm not mistaken. So, guys, this was a really painful night. So, Sanya, what do you have to say about this semifinal?
I really expected it to be stronger, but I still have my favorites here.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the acts I really liked, and some surprised me for good, some surprised me for for bad. But uh, let's see what the televote will say about this night, because I don't know what to expect really.
Yeah, we're gonna
With
talk
the
about.
mantra result, I'm not sure what to expect.
Yes, you're right. You're right. Of course, we already said in the live following semifinal one that maybe the
Dellacruz.
voting system needs a little bit of readjusting, but we pretty
I
much
agree
said it from
completely.
the first edition of Benidorm Fest. So let's
Yeah.
see that how the televote voted. Now we have 16 points, so last position at all for the Dellacruz that got 54 points total, and he was last for all the three juries. So both for the jury, official jury, demoscopic jury, and televote. Then Marlena got
And the
the
second
second
last.
lowest, 20 points, so they are out of almost, yeah, they are out because Almácor will receive more than them, and Almácor is right now is in fourth position.
Hmm.
Mm. Of course, guys, if you have questions, if you have doubts, if you have comments, just pop them in the comment section and we are gonna uh, talk about it later on.
Yoly Saa
So,
is
22
also
points
out.
for Yoly Saa.
Yeah,
Mm,
I really like the song.
it is actually
Mm.
my favorite song. So it's a
I
little
know
bit.
why, because I wanted to tell it to you. She's
Mm.
the most similar song to Belen Aguilera, and I know you love her. It
Yes,
reminds
you're
me of
right.
her style, so yeah, I
You're
knew
right.
you love it.
Almacor got 25
Oh
points.
my god, what happened?
Oh my God.
What just happened?
The favorite did not qualify for the televote. The televote put him fourth.
Fourth
Roger
last, yeah.
got more points. This is outstanding. I thought Almacor was winning the televote. Oh my God. This is quite. I think I think we know who won the televote.
Yeah, I also have my
I
prediction.
have my idea.
Yeah,
Let's see.
Maria.
Maria Peláe got third, so she's in for sure. She had a really strong live performance. She was
Yeah,
one of the
yeah,
best. I think she had the best vocals of the night.
yeah.
Oh,
I agree completely.
and I think Jorge González won the televote, but still San Pedro is in there. And I think, and we're gonna comment it later that the winner in the end will be between Jorge González and San Pedro.
Hmm.
We are gonna consider that. We're gonna take that in consideration. Still, San Pedro is in. Jorge González will be in. So Roger Padros
He
will,
will be in. Yeah,
and Almacor will.
yeah.
Okay,
He won.
he won the televote. He won the televote and the demoscopic jury.
Hmm.
Means that Jorge has really good possibilities in
Mm,
final, but of course, Benidorm being 50% jury vote, Jorge will struggle. We
yeah.
we have. I just want to see a little bit if they show us the final top four. I wanted to see a little bit. San Pedro is in first position for sure, if I remember correctly. And then I think it's Maria Peláe, uh,
And then Jorge, and
Jorge,
then
and
Almácor.
Almácor fourth, if
Yeah.
I remember correctly. Yes.
Whew.
So, woof, it
So
was
Jorge
nice.
is mantra, but he qualified.
Yes, it is. So, we have Bubble Pirate. Hello. 80% of
Hello.
all participants had weak vocals. So let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about vocals.
Is it
So,
their fault or is it like a problem of Spanish television
so
and
I have to
their
say this.
yeah
I received some videos from because we have some Eurovoxers from in the arena right now, and they're telling us on our group chat that the singers within the arena are singing quite good. But the problem is that, and I can relate to it because I was in Turin in 2022,
mm,
and I was also in Liverpool in 2023, is that sometimes when you are live, you cannot feel the imperfections that the singers do live. Because when I was in the arena and in 2022, and Mahmoud and Blanco were having their performance, the performance was quite good live from the arena. But later on, we saw what we saw the performance live in television. So I think that it's quite difficult to grasp the real tone and voice of the performances from the arena. You should watch it through a
yeah,
television if
that's
you
true.
want to really grasp the effects you have from television.
Yeah, because in the arena you're really in the atmosphere and you're
Exactly.
singing
And also,
along and
the audio system of the arena are completely different from the audio system that transmit the voice
mhm.
the televisions in the audios of the viewers. Of course, RTV said that they have problems, sound problems, and you can relate because the sound in these two nights were not really good at all. We were used to see Benidorm Fest at a really high level of production. I think that this year the level of production is the lowest in the three
Yeah,
editions.
unfortunately.
Unfortunately,
And I would
unfortunately,
add not only in the level of production, but I would say also in the level of competition of the
yes.
entries.
Yes, it's the less
I would,
competitive at
yeah,
all in the third, and it's really sorry. It's really painful because we were, no, we were we with 2022 and with 2023, we started at least a little bit to get used to a competitive Spain, and from we heard in these two nights, I don't see anybody reaching at least top 10 for Spain if
not
stayed
sure.
or developed in this way. Uh, but we're gonna talk about the acts. Let's jump in the comment section. Hi everyone, hello. So happy for all qualifiers, or maybe except for Almácor. So the CB. Yeah, we're gonna talk about Almácor in a little bit. I was scared for Jorge there. Very surprised by the jury votes on this. It wasn't part of my favorites at all, but he gave such a strong performance. I think it's a general feeling, I would say. Um,
Yeah, and
Plus,
the jury apparently said that they would value more this year like songs that they see more competitive in
mm,
Eurovision terms,
Eurovision, yes,
and they did not really do him a favor.
a favor. Yeah,
So
yeah,
I'm
maybe
not
that.
sure if
I
they
think
kept
that
that
maybe
criteria.
I think that maybe the votes that he received from the jury were the votes from the international part of the jury,
Hmm,
whereas the
hmm.
national part of the jury preferred something else. For like, for example, San Pedro or something else. But San Pedro received 92. No, if I remember, 94 out of the
94
96,
out of yeah
something like that.
jury
So it means that five jurors, or what they are, I don't know. Our seven, eight
or
in
8.
total, eight.
I think
I don't
eight
remember
for
really well, but it
international
was like
and for
eight
and
jurors, seven jurors gave San Pedro 12 points and one 10. So it means that
mm,
jurors loved it. And I think in Eurovision, jury will love that song. But we're gonna talk about San Pedro. I want just to bump a little bit in the comments, and then we are gonna talk about the performances one by one, at least because of course it's really late. And we're gonna talk about the ones that qualified. So who is in the final? We are gonna say it aloud. The first position tonight was San Pedro. Overall, we're talking about overall. San Pedro, María Peláe, Jorge González, and Almácor, right?
yeah,
If I'm not mistaken.
yeah, I think you're right.
Okay. So I think Caliente could reach top 10. Maybe, well, I don't know. I think it still need a revamp.
Yeah,
The jury for Jorge was fair. Still plenty of improvement to make it actually a great performance. Yes?
I can see it happening because the same thing happened to Chanel,
Chanel.
but
But last,
her like initial performance was a little bit better, if you ask me. So
yes.
he would need to improve much more
Yeah.
uh, because he wanted to. I saw in his performance like an homage to Chanel with that
Yes.
move. So
Yes.
he wants to be the Chanel this year, but
I read
he needs
online, I read on
to improve.
Twitter that if Chanel from edition one and Agoné from edition two had a son, it would be Jorge González. So San Pedro can still win Eurovision, but with different staging and a really hot take, I would say.
I agree. I
Uh,
love it so much.
Seeing the voting, San Pedro basically has this on the bag. Yes, yes, quite always. Yes. Almácor had the best stage presence, but the vocals, yes, yes. So Maria Peláe gave a beautiful emotional performance, absolutely stunning. So, what do we think about the qualifiers? Let's go with San Pedro that won the night, Sanya.
I mean, he won my heart with his studio version of the song, so I'm a bit on his side, no matter what he, what the
Mm,
performance looks like.
mm,
But I liked the atmosphere. I think it could be improved, but I like
mm,
the general atmosphere and the lights. It was intimate in a way. Barbara Pravi was
mm,
had
mm.
intimate performance for me, and he was also good vocally.
Mm.
So yeah, I agree here with the juries completely. I don't know
Yes, I
what
have
you
to
think.
say that I was not the biggest fan of the song at the beginning because I'm not really fan of bolero in general, but I
Mm-hmm.
am a ballad boy, so I can appreciate a good ballad when it is written well and it's sung well. I have to say that I really like the performance, even if I was expecting something completely different, because the performance gave modern vibes. Instead, the
Mm-hmm.
bolero attitude of the song would have drawn me more on a different kind of side, on a more traditional Spanish side,
Maybe
with
that's a thing
more,
to consider if he really wins Benidorm for
yeah.
Eurovision.
But I was expecting a more Mediterranean vibe, with more hot
Yeah,
colors,
yeah.
more traditional kind of dances. So I got pretty much, I was not expecting something like this. So it was a surprise, but I still don't know if I liked it or I would prefer something more traditional. So I still need to process that kind of attitude because I knew that sending San Pedro will be a revolution for Spain because it's something completely different from what we would expect, even if it's traditional Spanish music. Um, I don't know if the ordinary Euro fan would expect something like San Pedro. I wouldn't. So it would be a surprise for me if I would not be a Euro fan following Benidorm. Um, but yeah, for now on, it was a solid performance. I don't know if it's my winner. I really don't know who my winner is now because the quality of the lives was really underwhelming for me. So I had really high expectations for some songs and they were not achieved. But yeah, I think that song wise, my favorite is still Nebulossa. So, yeah. Let's go with comments about San Pedro. San Pedro staging was absolutely horrendous. He sung off key. an important spot of the song. Even though we won the semifinal, the actual performance on stage was a flop. I saw somebody thinking the same, and I have to say that I think it sung good, but it could sing it better, a little bit better if he believes it more. I think it was a
Yeah.
little bit agitated. I was a little bit anxious on stage. It could be that, but I think that
Many of them were actually nervous. It
all
could be
of them,
seen that, yeah,
all of
many of
them.
them,
But
except
of course,
for, I don't know,
this is
Maria Peláe, because
this
she's
is
like
the
experienced.
this is the main problem you have, choosing not young artists, but artists that are emerging artists, because for example Maria Pelay did not have this kind of issues. Jorge González is did not have this kind of issues, even if his song is really quite basic and ordinary. He is used to going on big
To
stages,
perform, yeah.
so it's normal. It's completely normal. When also Almácor is young, is new on the panorama. So yeah, it can happen. And San Pedro is young as well.
And
So
maybe they still have the time to improve until,
mm,
let's wait for Saturday and
mm,
see what they
mm.
bring in terms of.
Rich said San Pedro was spectacular. His voice is so perfect. I wish he didn't have two women twerking everywhere.
Twerking.
Yes, I saw a lot of tweets and posts about this. Yeah, I really didn't focus on the
Me neither. I
dancers. I
need
was
to
focusing on him because
see it.
it was feeling it. Um, let's go.
Oh,
I'm
bless you.
sorry. Thank you. So Maria wiped the floor with everyone, but Roger tonight, and he was really robbed since he was not a previous favorite. The judge thanked him. Yeah, I can. The performance of Roger was really quite impressive, but the song is still a no in competitive
Yeah,
terms.
I agree. He reminded me of Alfred,
Alfred.
like a version of Alfred, and he surprised me for good
Mm,
this night.
mm, mm, mm,
But yeah, it's not that competitive, and I see why he wasn't awarded with more points.
mm, mm, mm.
But yeah, I was maybe expecting more votes for him from
Yeah, by
the
the jury.
Catalonia part of Spain.
Mm. Also by the jury, I think.
Yeah, yeah, also.
Oh, well, there is this kind of not hate, but there is this kind of you know fear, I think, in the Spanish in general audience, that if you give attention to a song in Catalan, also always talking about Catalonia is really
Hmm.
difficult for Spanish people. So I I really like that they have Catalan songs. I love Siderland last year, so it's okay. And I love when Spain brings their regional languages.
Mm,
It's kind of different with Italy, because for example in Italy we bring our dialects to the Sanremo stage, but I prefer Italy to sing in Italian in general. But with
mhm,
Spain is different because they are completely different languages. Even if, of course, also Italy, they are completely different languages. Don't get me wrong, because of course, all later all the Italians say, "Ah, you don't like dialects. You don't like." No, I love my dialects. I love the dialects of my nation. They are beautiful, but I still prefer my language over even my
mhm,
it is okay. But with Spain is completely different because they are recognized regionally as languages. They have really historical culture. So I love when they send something in Catalan, they send something in Galician, they send. I would love to
mhm,
see
mhm,
something in Basque, in Euskadi.
mhm.
I would
Euskara,
love to see
sí.
something like that
Sí.
because Euskadi is a completely
Yes.
different language. I would love that. It would be amazing. So go. Let's go back to the competition. The chat is talking about San Pedro and about Nebulosa. Nebulosa is still my favorite. Yes, you have great taste. Okay. San Pedro is still my winner. The shot where he stares into the camera is so charming. His vocals were good, and staging can be fixed at Eurovision. It's true. It's
Yeah,
true. Yeah,
I
it's
agree.
true. So let's go with the second of the general ranking that passed to the final was Maria Peláe. I think that that performance is really good. really polished. She's a not an emerging artist. She's a
She's
consolidated
well
artist.
established
Yeah, she's
artist
well
there.
established. She knows how to sing. She knows how to do proper flamenco, and of course, I was a really big fan of Ea, so I am a really big
Yeah.
fan of Remitente as well, and it gave me Ea vibes. I have to say.
Yeah, I must say I was a much bigger fan of Aya than
Yeah, of
Remitente.
course.
But seeing her live, and she's like a vocal goddess. And
Mm.
in terms of interpretation, also in terms of like spreading the message, the emotions, and everything, I think she was really outstanding tonight. There was no way that she wouldn't qualify. So well deserved second spot, if you ask me.
Yeah, and for many, and for I saw a comment that here Maria Peláe is even more authentically Spanish than Blanca Balama was, and it's true because
Yeah,
Blanca uses also likes to put modern sounds into her songs, whereas
yeah,
Maria is more traditional flamenco. Um, and yeah, she was great live. Really good song in general, really good live performance. I'm really glad that she passed and she came second in the night. So I wish her the best because if Spain wants to go again with flamenco, they should because it's their traditional representation. They
hmm
should not be, scared of sending flamenco again because Blanca
yeah.
flopped in the televote
Yeah,
last year.
I'm actually seeing one comment that says this: if if
Yeah,
Spain
yeah.
hadn't sent Blanca Paloma
Blanca
last
from last
year,
year.
yeah,
Every,
because they are like scared to send that now,
mm,
because they still have nightmares, and I do myself from that 5 points.
mm.
So yeah, I
Totally
get,
undeserved.
yeah,
Totally undeserved five
totally,
points
totally
because the Blanca's live vocals and the staging were amazing,
deserved much more. Yeah.
amazing,
But yeah,
amazing.
it still hurts.
Yeah,
But
it's still.
I understand why they are, why maybe it wasn't the best idea to try with something similar
Mm,
like next year,
mm.
this
And
year.
of course, also I think that RTV decided to put more radio-friendly songs in the competition, also for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said, yeah, right. We are terrified because Blanca Palama was our entire soul. Yes, I can relate. I can relate. Yeah. Juries put Jorge solo and Demoscopic and Telebot put him top two. So let's talk about Jorge.
Let's talk about
Let's talk about
Jorge.
Jorge.
Well, I'm
This is a
not, I need to
hot
admit
topic.
that I'm not the biggest fan of the song.
Me neither.
But at the same time, somehow it looked cheap and expensive at the same time.
The outfit are amazing, I have to
The
say.
outfit is great. The I don't know, fuego
The
part,
outfit.
the outfit. Yeah, I really liked it. I don't know if you're sarcastic. I really do like the outfit.
No, no, no. I am sarcastic because it's not really an outfit. You cannot go out with that outfit.
Ah, okay.
Out
It's in
naked.
fit,
But
inside fit.
no, the costume is really great. Also, the idea of the flowers and on the chest. But the problem with Jorge is his personality for me because I don't know where I saw it, but I saw an interview by him in which he said, "Oh, I understand. I really understand when we talk a lot about fat shaming, but we should start also talking about shaming on beautiful people." And I was like, "What?" And I was like, "First, you consider yourself beautiful? Of course, he is beautiful. He's
By
super beautiful."
standards, yeah, he is.
He's really Spanish. He's really Mediterranean. He's really, 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 really beautiful. I don't know if he's gay. I don't know if he's straight. We don't care. It was
I'm not sure if I heard it correctly, but did the host say to him that he has two children at home? I'm not sure if I
ah
understood that correctly.
no. I don't know because I was watching at him and not talking, watching, listening to at the host. No, no, no. I was I was pleasantly surprised with Jorge because it was my complete last um,
Oh,
song.
really?
Yes, it was one of my really disliked song. But in general, the performance was the best one of the night, I think.
Yeah, and
unfortunately.
when you said that Bolero and San Pedro maybe is not what Europe expects from Spain in
This
Eurovision,
is what it
I
is. What
think this is what they
Yeah.
expect, and
Yes.
they Europe would like bite. Yeah, he's here for gays and girls.
Yes, of course. But yeah, Benidorm Fest audience is gays, so
Yeah.
let's give the gays what they want. I'm I'm glad Jorge qualified though. He deserved a place in the final. Bloody juries once again. I hate the voting system like I did on Tuesday. Yes, the voting system is fucked. Jorge is gay. Okay, but he had a
Oh,
wife before.
oh, okay.
Okay, so that explains a lot of things.
Hmm.
So good for my gay
Thanks
friends.
for explanation.
Yes, good for my gay friends. So, yeah, in general, we may say that Jorge had a really good performance. I think that if this wins Benidorm Fest, and I don't think it was gonna win because it has that kind of wannabe Chanel act, but in general, it is not Chanel. Also, the dance
Mhm.
break is not at that level. It's still a really good performance technically. So I think that if this wins to the Benidorm Fest and it goes eventually to Eurovision, they will have plenty of time to revamp the song and
Mhm.
so think about something to enhance the song even more on stage in Malmo.
Mm, I need to say a comment that a friend wrote to me while watching Benidorm that
Mhm.
he is like Chanel from Grinder.
Oh my God, this is really good comment. I have to say,
So yeah,
not
I
from
mean
Grindr.
he deserved a spot in the final, but yeah,
Mm.
if he wins, if he manages to win, he would need to put even more work. And what's the most positive thing about his personality is that you can see that he's really hardworking person,
Yes.
and he really is a Eurovision fan, which
Mm.
is a benefit
Well,
to
he
like
is
strive to
really
do.
self-centered, I think. Also from the postcard at the beginning, he started talking about
Yeah.
him. Of course, he's a little bit self-centered, but a little bit of character, personality, and also believing in oneself is really important when you are an
Yeah,
Eurovision
that
act.
ego moment
Yeah,
to
you
make
need it.
yourself
Also, Chanel
important
had it
and proud of.
in
Yeah.
their own in her own way, but she was still quite humble, I would say.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think it would be a good act for Spain because the level this year, unfortunately, is not the best one. We have to be clear. So it would be something that the Euro fans will love from home.
Yeah,
I
100%.
see the Balkans giving this a lot of
Yeah,
focus.
yeah, yeah. I see all my friends like who are not the biggest Eurovision fans voting for
Mm.
that song.
Yeah, I would see Serbia giving these points. I would see Macedonia giving these points. Macedonia is competing. I don't remember
No,
anymore.
not
No,
this year.
but this year we lack a lot of Balkan countries.
Yeah, yeah, it's a shame
Unfortunately, it's a shame.
because of the lack of
Funding, yeah, but
funding.
also
Yeah,
because Eurovision prices are too high now.
yeah, yeah.
Too high. That's why
United
Luxembourg is
by
coming back because
money.
Luxembourg has money. Let's not compare Benifest in 2022 and now it was a different organization team behind.
Oh,
Yes,
really?
I didn't know that. I knew it on Twitter while during the second semifinal. Also, the head of delegation changed from last year.
Yeah.
So let's go with Almácor. Therefore, I don't know why, but I always said Amalcor and not Almácor. I don't know why.
Almácor.
It's like an embarrassing combo of Ochman and Manzermerlo visuals with Manuel Navarro vocals. Oh, this
Oh
is a
my god.
really hard take.
This is harsh
I,
comment.
I loved the performance visually. I
And
hated it.
his
But
vibe was on spot. His vibe
yeah, it
was
reminded me of
great.
Blanco.
Uh, I can see that, and it actually reminded me of. I could see it on Sanremo, that performance, and
Yes.
that kind of song.
Yes, but I would say that in Sanremo it would have come at least 25th.
Yeah, I see it happening also.
Yeah, would have come really low in Sanremo. But actually, in Sanremo we have different voting patterns, completely different voting partners. But I have to say that I was really sad during the performance because I saw how much work he put in this performance, and seeing that the vocals were not great was quite underwhelming. Also because I was expecting a little bit more, not visually, but a little bit more on stage, because he had great LED walls, great graphics. Also, the on screen graphics were quite good, I would
Mm-hmm.
say. Not at the level of Poland in these 2 years, because those were perfect, of course. Here they took somebody, like they took a graphic from Canva, whereas in in Poland they took graphics from PowerPoint. Uh,
It's an
no,
upgrade.
I'm kidding. It's just yeah, it was an upgrade from Poland, of course. It was an upgrade, but I have to say that I was expecting a little bit more on stage. I don't know. We will see also if it wins in Eurovision. It may still win in Eurovision. It may still win Benidorm, but I think that tonight the public voting didn't support him at all.
I'm
And
not so
we have
sure that he is a candidate for the
no,
win
I don't
anymore.
think so as well. But the problem is that in the Eurovision bubble, he is the favorite. So that's why I always say to all people watching us, or watching our videos, or watching our reactions, that when we think somebody from a national final is winning because we are talking a lot about him or her on Twitter,
Hmm.
it doesn't mean that he's gonna win,
We can't
because
vote,
people
unfortunately.
people in people at home are not people on Twitter, are not
Mm,
Eurovision fans. They are not in the Eurovision bubble, so they vote for what it is appealing for them at home. And tonight,
mm,
Almácor was not appealing. It was a good performance, bad vocally, completely bad vocally. I'm sorry, because from the arena it sounded good. I saw videos from
hmm.
the arena and it sounded completely fine. But at home, I don't know if it was his fault because he was not singing well, or it was the fault of the
Or not
microphone,
hearing
or it was the
himself
fault.
or something.
But yeah, the vocal quality was really low.
Yeah, I still like the whole atmosphere around
Mm.
that performance. So I don't know. I like a song a lot too, and it really represents what Spanish people listen to these
Yeah,
days.
it's urban.
So
Spanish
yeah,
urban
it's
music, completely what the Spanish people listen nowadays,
yeah.
or at least the Spanish youngsters nowadays. So
It
let's
could
go.
become Nochentera of this year,
I
maybe.
love Nocentera. Nocentera should have won.
Me
Benidorm.
too. No, I was for cheering for
Blanca
Blanca
in the end.
Paloma,
Yes, in the end I was
but
for
yeah,
Blanca as
Miko won our
well. But
hearts.
Nocentera was
Close
amazing.
second, yeah.
So predictions for top two on Saturday. I think first San Pedro and second Nebulosa, but I hope Nebulosa first and San Pedro second. Overall, it hasn't been a great Benidorm Fest, but the production was great. I have to disagree a little bit on the production. I thought it was quite underwhelming because we were used to great level of production from
Hmm.
RTV in the last 2 years. The stage is the best one we had so far, for
Yep.
sure. But the level of production, both the camera cuts and the sound production, are quite underwhelming for me.
Yeah, compared
Um,
to last 2 years, I
yeah,
agree.
compared to last 2 years, of course, and we should not do comparison, as Eric said before, because the production team maybe it's different.
Hmm.
We will
Hmm.
see on Saturday first of all, and next year.
Maybe they could still improve for
Yes,
Saturday.
we will see. So prediction for top two for me is San Pedro's gonna win because it has the support of the demoscopic and the jury.
Hmm. Hmm.
In second place, we are gonna have maybe Jorge González.
Hmm.
And
Who also comes to my mind is Angie. I wouldn't rule
Angy,
her out
Angy,
because
yes.
for me, she was the best in the first semifinal.
But maybe was one of the best overall.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, the song, I think that the first half of the song needs a revamp, Angie's song. But I didn't. It went under my radar actually a little.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay, so for you, top two on Saturday.
My personal top two or my
Yeah, no,
expectation?
what do you think is gonna be true?
What do I think? I would dare to say San Pedro and Angy.
Hmm. Because my favorite will be Nebulossa and
Mm-hmm.
and Sophia Cole, but of course,
Mm-hmm.
out
Do
of
you think Sophia Kroll still has a chance?
no,
No.
no. I think that if they quite remanage all her performance, yes,
Mm,
because she didn't sing quite mm, bad. If we have to be completely honest, there were other propositions this night in which they sung horrendously, uh, even worse than Sophia.
yeah.
But even maybe Maria could also snatch first or second position.
Hmm.
Maria could come second.
Maybe.
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
It's really
I
open.
also see a comment that I completely agree with, and Daniela Clementi, if you can
Uh,
highlight it.
I have
I
no
have
clue
no
who's
clue
winning.
who's winning, and I have no clue who I want to win.
Same, actually. Same. Same. No, actually,
Yeah.
I want Nebulosa to win, but it's okay. It's my anthem, you know. It's what I heard, what I uh, blast into my earpods when I am outside.
Hmm.
Oh, apologies. Sound quality hasn't been great as is. Yes, it's quite
Yeah.
underwhelming, I would say, this year. What do you think about Mantra winning a televote on Tuesday but still not qualifying? We think that the televote, the system, the voting system is rigged. Like, no, it's rigged. It's
Mm,
really bad. They should change it. We have been saying this from the first edition, no?
yeah. Yeah.
Mm, 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 mm.
But also, I think they won the televote with like a big margin. I don't know if they won
They got
someone correct
50
me if I'm wrong, but
over
yeah.
50% of the vote.
So that sounds I don't know, suspicious.
Really bad. Diego says that Sofia said that they cannot change the performance. Yeah, it's normal at this point. But maybe she can improve something. I don't know. Unpopular opinion, maybe, but Jorge makes me feel weird with his overconfidence. Everywhere copying Chanel. I stand with Nebulosa. Great, great, great choice. So, guys, let's just read the last comments, and then I think we should wrap it up because we pretty much talked about the four qualifiers. Sanya, do you want to tell me who you think should have qualified for the four from the four that didn't?
From tonight, who
Yes.
I wanted to, I would. I mean, this is gonna sound. Not everyone will want to hear this, but I would change Jorge actually for Roger, even
Hmm.
though I don't like the song, but I don't like Jorge's song neither. But I don't know. He was the most positive surprise for me. But if I needed to make a change, but I also think Jorge deserved it, so I'm not really sure what would I do. But my qualifiers would be the same as jury's qualifiers actually tonight
So we are talking about swapping Jorge with
with Roger.
Roger. Roger.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, for
unpopular
me, it would
opinion.
be pretty much the same, but I would swap Jorge. Yeah, but I really like. At the same time, I hate the song, but I see it on Eurovision, and I know that if I am in Liverpool, not in Liverpool, sorry, if I am in Malmo, because I will be there. Because if I am in Malmo and I see Jorge on stage, I will
Hmm.
scream like a bitch.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I already know that I will love it in the end.
yeah, and
But
I still think he deserved to qualify tonight.
yeah,
So
he deserved
yeah,
to qualify because of the live.
yeah.
But if I have to be honest and I did the same comparison. I did the same thing. I remember. I'm having a deja vu here.
Hmm.
I said the same thing about Chanel 2 years ago.
Hmm.
I would swap. I would prefer Jorge as I prefer Chanel for the live version. But regarding the song, I would have preferred Yoly Saa.
Yeah, that's true.
because that song was my favorite coming
Hmm.
into Benidorm. So
Based on a song only, yeah, but the performance, I don't know what, but something was not clicking.
no, something was not clicking. I would have preferred something more emotional, maybe with water, maybe something similar to what Blanca Paloma did in first edition of Benidorm,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
right?
Yeah, that atmosphere.
So, so the first Super Saturday, I've been
Yay.
watching Vibdir, MF, and the Benidorm Fest final, and then after final of MGP or no. They will be watching live on. Yeah, we are gonna cover all the national finals this Saturday. Um, I am gonna cover Benidorm Fest. I don't know what about you, Sanya. You're
I
gonna.
think I'll be
Yeah,
there too.
we still have to decide pretty much, but the Benidorm Fest team is pretty much the one that you saw earlier. So either me, Sanya, and Harry and Ruben, or I think Ruben will be with us. I don't know about Tommy, but other people will cover MGP, another will
Hmm.
cover Vibdir, another will cover Malta. But since MGP starts and slightly overlap with Benidorm's and then Benidorm starts, I think we will not have problems in covering them. So stay tuned. No worries. We're going to cover all the national selections as we always do. And yeah, that's it. You want to add something?
No, that's it. You said it.
Okay. So guys, we are gonna see each other, me, Sanya, and I think Ruben. I'm not sure. Maybe we
Mhm.
will be four and for the final, for the results of the final. We are gonna see each other on Saturday for commenting and reacting to the final of Benderm Fest. For now, let's just say back the eight. Let's see if I remember correctly, the eight qualifiers that are gonna try to represent Spain on the final Benidorm Fest on Saturday, and we are talking about San Pedro, Maria Peláe, Jorge González, Almácor,
Almácor.
Nebulossa, then second, last, Angy, and who else? I missed two.
My brain is not working.
Oh my
Who
god!
else? Help us, guys.
Help us,
uh,
guys! It was from last night. Last night was
so
Nebulosa,
it was
Angy.
literally 2 days ago.
It was 2 days ago. Oh my God, are we that old? I cannot
uh,
remember. Where was Angie, Nebulosa, another two,
okay, Miss Caffeina.
Miss Caffeina,
And who
and
are we missing? Sophia. Sophia
Sophia
Cole.
Cole, of course. Sophia Cole. Thank you.
It's
Rich,
late.
Rich is
It's late
coming
for
for
us.
help us. Yeah, because we are really tired, guys, and
Yeah.
I don't know if we're gonna do it next week.
And
I'm
how are we gonna
already.
survive Sanremo?
You're gonna watch it with me? I think so.
I don't think so.
No, you don't. Traitor. No, but yeah, as I said in the first semi of in the first live from the first semi, I said that almost surely we are not gonna do live after like the lives
Hmm.
after
Hmm.
the Sanremo Serate because it will be too late,
Yeah.
and it will be because Amadeus already told us that it will finish at 2 a.m. Every single night will finish at 2 a.m.
Mm.
or even after. I think the final will finish around 3 a.m. This year. So I cannot. I am a human.
Yeah.
Or I am already tired, and every single year that we go, I'm becoming even more tired, and I want to go to sleep at 12.
Yeah, of
So
course.
let's see what we're gonna go. But guys, stay tuned. If you don't follow us on YouTube and other social media platforms, please do. You are invited to do so. We're gonna see each other on the next live that will be on Saturday. Big kisses and bye.
This is good night.
Night.